Welcome.
We are Wine and Words.
Yes.
I am Shari.
That is who. I'm DNC. And we are starting a new channel and podcast called Wine and Words.
And our goal for this channel is to discuss different topics that relate to women, moms, life in general.
Yeah.
So, what are we sipping on today?
I don't know. What are we sipping on?
So, we're going to call this Bella Bolle.
So, this is the wine part of words, in case you didn't know.
Bella Bolle, I'm going to say. It could be Bella Bolle. I don't know.
And if you didn't know, it's super hot. So, this is my first hot wine.
It was in my car.
Whatever.
So,
we're going to taste it, though.
It was $9 from Walmart. You know, delicious cheap wine. You never know.
Bella.
It's screw top, so, that can be suspicious. However, that does not mean it's wrong. Okay?
It's good stuff.
The topic of our week today is...
Topic of our week is talking about the mommy hustle. So it's basically juggling full-times, part-times, and the in-between type of roles that we have to carry. So, and mind you, we're going to give you a disclaimer. This is for 21 and up. And you may hear kids running back and forth because guess what?
That's our life.
Mommy is a full-time job.
24/7. So, this has bubbles.
Okay.
I was not expecting that.
I don't know if this is wine though, baby.
It says Italian sweet red. Italian. That's all it says. It
Okay.
doesn't say nothing about no bubbles.
Okay. Well, we'll have to go to Italy and confirm if wine should have bubbles. But we're going to go with it.
We're going to go with it.
Let's taste it.
You do that first.
So we're going to give you a... No, we're going to do this together. Ain't no first. We're going to do this together.
I'm going to let you try the hot wine first. Okay, wait. Here we go.
So the floral is sweet.
It smells delicious.
I'm really not getting too much. We ain't toast. Yeah, toast. Toast of Wine and Words. Welcome.
So it tastes like Moscato.
That just right.
Do it. Oh, somebody's not happy out there.
This is a hot Moscato. She's correct.
It's like grape juice.
I
could deal with them. I could deal with this.
And it's not horrible, though. It's not horrible.
So back to our topic.
Back to the topic.
So mommy's hustling. I myself have 4 jobs.
And what were you doing today? Looking for what?
Another one.
Okay.
So I work at an actual corporate job as a marketing operations manager. I own a tutoring service where I hire, fire, all that good stuff. It's
all of it.
Tutors, clients, all that good stuff. I'm a real estate agent. And lastly, but most importantly, I'm a mom. And I juggle all this simultaneously every day with the help of people, husband, mama, all that good stuff. You go ahead.
So full-time, proud to actually say that I write full-time. I'm a communicator. What else do I do full-time? Mothering, parenting. I try to be a sister.
Like jumbo time.
I mean, I try to be a sister. Like, it's my sister. I have other sisters. Just gotta stay available. So really, those are like my full-times, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, those could be some heavy roles, but it is what it is. But part-time, I write.
Go ahead.
I sell merchandise. I'm a small business owner, if you want to say
Do it. Say it. We
like to
say it.
I dabble a little bit in Etsy and dabble a little bit in my own store. And, I mean, because if you buy the shirts, I won't have to plug it. Okay?
That's passion fine.
I'm saying. But really, my true part-time is selling books. And I think what is different about the mommy hustle is the need to truly, truly be able to love on your family. Not just be there, not just cook, not just to clean the house, but to actually still love on your family.
Be available.
Be available. That's probably the better word. And at the same time, still make that money. Because unfortunately, even though I hate it, money does make the world go round. And you can't even take it with you. But I think we're both, and most mommies who do the hustle are dedicated to that legacy,
Giving it to my kids.
Giving it to our kids so they don't have to do the hustle if they don't want to.
But they don't have to, probably.
Let's take a sip on that.
Do it. Oh, I hear crying.
Yeah, there's a baby at the door. We may have to bring the baby. Do you want to go check on the baby? She's an emotional wreck. It's okay, Poopa. It's okay. Come on. It's okay. Okay. She said you're not gonna keep my mama from me.
Okay. So we have an appearance.
So this is a part of the mommy hustle.
Here's an appearance. Hi.
Say hi, Paige.
Say hi. Paige is 2. And she's a mama's baby.
And she is brilliant already.
She's a mama's baby. Are you a mama's baby? Oh. She's not gonna claim it, but it's true.
She is.
So that's why she cried at the door to get in. Meanwhile, she has a brother and friends to play with, but she wanted to be here with me to do this.
Really? And guess what? We're gonna keep going.
It's okay.
Because
that's what we
this
do.
all the time we got. So we better make good use of it.
You gotta make this work.
So the next part of the conversation is really, where did you learn the hustle from? So how did we get to this point where we feel like we have to do something on the side of doing a full-time position?
Well, my mom was Jamaican. So with that being said, you know the stereotype Jamaicans got 12, 15 jobs.
Is it a stereotype when it's
true.
actually
No,
true?
it's true. You're right. Okay.
I know some hustle in Jamaica due to that.
Sorry. Growing up, all I saw was a black woman working hard. She had about 4 jobs. Single mama. So my mother sold Avon. My mama has babysat. My mother has had a restaurant out of her kitchen.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
So I grew up thinking that's what you're supposed to do. You make your full-time job, because you also had a full-time job.
Right.
You do your full-time job and you have your extra strings of revenue coming in to make sure your child is taken care of. Yes. And that's what I'm doing.
So on my front, my mother, for most of my life, she worked a full-time position. And then she just got to a point where she couldn't work for anyone anymore. So she opened up her own catering company, and she even did light purpose coaching, which is actually extremely popular now. And God rest her soul, she probably will be like living the life right now. But between that, I know, cool. But between her, my aunts having their own businesses, hair shop, and to be honest with you, my grandmother basically hustled in the church, because if she wasn't working full time, she was up at that church. She was cooking, she was leading, she was doing everything she needed to do. I think also for me, when I got older and when I realized things had to get paid, and I had to start paying for my own college, I'm just saying.
Not water, Mama.
No,
not
none of that page. That's not for you at all. But once I got in college, things happened, life happened. I had to go and start paying for my own tuition, so I had to get some jobs. So I worked 3 jobs in school, and I think that's really when the hustling bug kind of started, because it was like, I want this, I want that, I want this, and if I'm gonna get that, I gotta figure it out. So now let's go a little further in adulthood. I'm surrounded by boss people, so I see them hustling.
It's the norm.
It's the norm. And it's not even, so we may do it for money, but I'm starting to learn more and more from reading, even from TV, It's really about making the money that makes you happy. Like, if you got to make it, at least enjoy it every single day. So I think that's really what we work towards, is because we want these revenue streams that are going to be continuous, whether we working full-time for someone else or full-time for ourselves. So to me, that's where the hustle started. And even really, I mean, I don't normally look towards the celebrities and things like that, but when I'm a hip-hop connoisseur. I love hip-hop, and I just love that people are taking their music money and investing
from it.
And
that wasn't always the case either.
And it wasn't. Like, we've seen people go in debt.
And broke.
I
won't bring up some rappers from my day.
We won't do it. But all I'm saying is that's what we grew up on. So now when you see that, you see NBA stars,
investments.
Just
LeBron
people
in his school
taking the money, and not only investing it in the right place. I think, my hustle is about creating a legacy, yes, for my girls, but I want to at some point open up some establishments that's going to be great for the community, for young black women, get a network, a digital magazine, whatever I feel appropriate, whatever I want to do.
Whatever works. And you want to have the ability to do whatever
you want to be able to do it, you know what I'm saying? So, as we continue to talk about this hustle here, I think it's important for us to talk about whether or not it's really worth it, because honestly,
yes, that's important.
And I was reading Year of Yes, Shonda Rhimes.
I read that book too.
I love that. So in her book, she has a section where she talks about. We hearing it?
Yeah, to hear it.
Let me know. Okay. So in her book, there's a section in her book where she talks about how people ask her, how do you do it? And sometimes she gives a generic answer like, it really takes a lot of time and hard work. But the honest truth in what she said is that she can't do it all. You always got to have a team around you. And really, if you're doing great in one thing, you're probably sucking at something else.
You feel it. Yeah.
So is the hustle worth it?
It depends.
Okay.
If the hustle makes you happy, if you find joy in your hustle, then it can be worth it. If you're hustling solely for the sake of making extra money, but that's taking time away from this, taking time away from the things that make you happy in life, your self-care, the hustle may not be worth it. So don't just hustle to hustle. You need to hustle because it's something you enjoy to do, you enjoy doing, or it makes a difference in your life or their life.
Yeah. And I even add this to the plate. I feel like if you do hustle with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying have an angle. I'm not saying like for myself, I'm hustling to be a full-time fictional writer. That's my hustle, point blank. I'll probably speak to, I'll probably do all this other stuff, but I got stories that need to come out, and I need the world to hear them because it's going to help the next woman or next girl.
Yeah.
But I do feel like the time that I've put in has taken away from some of my family. So I've actually had to sit down and have those conversations about, hey, this is what mommy's doing and this is why.
But this is the reason.
Yeah. And this is the reason.
I'm getting somewhere with it.
Right. So what you don't want to do is sit here and put all this time, all these resources, and
for no reason.
And believe that you're investing in yourself in your hustle. This ain't for free. No. Ain't nothing. Time costs money. So
all these extra side jobs,
you have to make sure that you're investing in a hustle that makes sense for your longevity. Again, like Shari was saying, it has to do with your self-care too. It's that balance. You know what I'm saying?
You can't burn yourself out hustling.
You cannot. And that's why really we both have a channel. And this is our first post. I ain't gonna lie, this might be a year since mine.
How about that? I ran out of time. I just couldn't do it no more.
You know what I'm saying?
I had her, it's him.
It's life.
It was, speaking of which, we didn't tell y'all this. I have 2 children.
Yes. I have 3. I have 3.
2 being teenagers.
and
I have a 4-year-old and a baby and 2 dogs. And husbands. Okay, let's just throw that in there because they might as well be another child. But we ain't going to say that.
It is what it is.
We ain't going to say that.
But in knowing that, we love our family. But we also know there's some other things that we need to get done. And I feel like that even brings up an even stronger point going off the cuffs here. Okay.
Hold on.
You like that?
I like it. Go ahead.
The words. No outline.
Paige's not here for
we
it.
Almost done.
She's not here for it at all.
But here's another thing. Mommy hustle. I think it's worth it for all of us to figure out a hustle that we want to do.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of things that we are going to continually do for other people because we're nurturing beings and we want to see everyone around, most of us, we want to see everyone around us happy. So take some time to find your own personal hustle. What makes you happy? Is it art? Is it reading? Is it lecture? Is it running down the street? Is it whatever your hustle is? It walking dogs? You know what I'm saying? And there's always a way to monetize every single thing you do. There's too much money out there for us to figure out how to get it.
And that can be hard. Finding what works for you, your passion.
Yes.
I'm still struggling trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
So finding your passion can be hard. And then finding the passion and monetizing the passion is a whole nother story. And don't stress yourself out like, I don't know what I like to do. I don't know what I love. It'll come. I'm sitting here waiting for it. It'll come.
It'll come. And the thing is that all you have to do every single day is just take a single step towards it. So, for example, if you're interested in, going and playing at the orchestra, what
orchestra?
I just did it.
I went through it.
I mean, who are you connecting with? What events are you going to just to talk to people? I'll talk about writing. If you're a writer, what's the first thing that you did today that takes your next step?
Closer to it.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it was just writing, even if it's seeing. And let me tell you, social media will change your life because you can DM some authors, you can connect in some communities, and you can get some real stuff started. Like, this is the time. Back in our day, we were
back in our day. Hold on, girl, I'm not that old.
I might be old, but this
back in our day, you making me ancient. We had social media.
We don't have social media like they have now. We were using payphones.
Facebook.
I did used to have to carry 25 cents.
Facebook when you needed a college email address.
Well, I had Black Planet too.
Oh yeah, Facebook. And MySpace. Don't forget that one.
Either way,
back to it.
There's a lot more resources. YouTube can teach you anything you want to know. There's too many resources out there not to go and do and hustle like you want to. So, we'll wrap up with one of the questions is, what would we give advice to other mommy hustlers? Those who may be already in it and those who are thinking about jumping into that balance.
My advice would be, once, find your passion.
Yes.
Monetize that passion.
Yes.
And make sure you have time to spend equally with your passion and your love.
Yes.
And if you can't do both, don't stress yourself out. Because, the time will come when you will be able to do both. Mm-hmm. Maybe you can't, follow your passion when you have an infant at home, mm-hmm. or when you have 2 toddlers. Maybe it's not realistic. Mm-hmm. But don't stress yourself out trying to figure that out. And, they're going to grow up, and then there'll be time for mommy.
Yeah. I'll piggyback off that. My advice would be not only to do that, but to don't be scared to fail. Mm-hmm. Don't be scared to stall.
Because it's going to happen.
Don't be scared to push pause. Don't be scared to reset. Because a lot of times as a mommy, life just it doesn't stop.
It doesn't
you know what
stop.
I'm saying?
They still got to eat, and they
still got to eat. You still got to care. Somebody's going to be sick. You going to be sick. Your husband's going to be sick. Mm-hmm. Your best friend going to be sick. You're going to need to travel. You'll get a free travel pass. Maybe someone will send you somewhere. But you have to learn how to just roll with it, and at times use those opportunities.
Okay.
And make them your own, pagey pool.
You see, life don't stop. She's tired.
It
but
doesn't.
I still got to do this podcast.
If we don't do it today, it ain't going to get done, okay?
So I'm just rock home and make home.
So you really have to be open and flexible just to opportunity and just to the fact that it's not going to be perfect. This ain't perfect.
It's not perfect.
We're doing a podcast. Wait a minute. We're doing a podcast. This is how we're podcasting right now. But
this is how we're going to get through
This is how we start. We'll call this the pilot. Are you sipping again and ain't saying nothing? This is how. I swear we're going to get it together next episode.
We'll be more in sync next time. We promise. You sit.
So, what's the aftertaste after all of this? What's the final thought? I'm an alcoholic, I promise you.
I'm probably no. It's actually this $9 wine though.
It's hot.
It's hot but good. Anyway, the aftertaste.
Yes.
Well, speaking on the aftertaste, once again, this $9 wine. Let me remind y'all.
Oh yeah, let's do that again. One more.
Hold on. It
wine,
is called
back to the wine.
Bella Bolle.
Bella Bolle.
It's found in Walmart.
For how much?
$9.
$8.97.
You know how Walmart is. So with that being said, the aftertaste.
Yes.
Follow your dreams.
Yes.
Make it. You don't have to quit your side job. Your corporate job in order to follow your dreams. Try to do both. And if it fails, don't cry. Don't stress yourself out. You have time in life. Just because you're a mother or getting up there, you're not in college anymore. Your life's not over. You still have time to do things that you love. Right? Right,
Paige. And use your resources. There's way too much stuff in this world. Way too many opportunities out there for you not to at least kickstart it. Yeah, you may have to pause. You may have to restart. But go after it. There's time, and it's limited. So make the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good wrap up right there.
Mm-hmm. And make sure you use your team. Don't forget the people in your corner.
That's a whole nother episode. A village.
Yes.
Let's talk about the support system.
Will.
That's a lot. I ain't even gonna drop the terminologies. We're gonna drop.
Don't do it yet. Hold on.
But yeah, that's it for the first episode of Wine.
No,
and
we're not done.
We
still have to vent.
Oh Lord, I forgot. She wants a venting session. Go ahead.
So every episode, we will need to vent.
Yes.
We spend our days helping other people, our jobs, our side jobs.
Can you help? You absolutely can help.
You gotta vent.
What you got? You got a vent? Paige?
You want to vent, Mama?
What you mad about?
She's always mad, and she will tell you, I'm mad. Why I can't do it? So I'm mad. Let me tell you why I'm mad. So I have 3 jobs. Mm-hmm. Wait, not including 3 jobs that bring me monetary gain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why I spend 2 hours at a corporate job, doing actual corporate work.
Mm-hmm.
I spend about 4 hours, 5 hours on the other jobs.
Mm-hmm.
But I make more money on the jobs that I spend. The entrepreneur side is actually lacking when it comes to funds. But I spend more time on that. Whereas my 2-hour job, I got a steady income coming in every 2 weeks. Now you wonder why people don't want to leave corporate America.
That hustle sounds like it's worth it to me.
Go ahead. That was my bit. It's real short. I just want to complain about it. Because
so I don't have a
stop, but that's my.
But I guess you can add this to my hustle.
She's mad. She wanted that too.
Paige is letting us know it's time to be mad. Mm-hmm. So my vent is not necessarily just with the hustle per se, but it's with getting to the full time outside of the hustle and the traffic in Atlanta.
Talk about it.
I just would like to tell everyone who lives
don't move here. Stay where you are.
It's enough people.
We don't need y'all.
No. And if you do come, I just highly suggest everybody get in the slow lane and just let me pass you. Because this morning there was at least, 5 accidents on strip of 75.
50 million cars. Yeah.
And I was caught in traffic for 2 hours.
How far does it take you to get to work? What's the commute? Normally, no traffic.
I mean, maybe 45 minutes, if that.
So you added an hour and 15 minutes.
Hour and 15. And let me just tell you, that was the type of traffic that I'm pretty sure someone jumped off the bridge. I hope they didn't. But that was that stop and go that parking lot traffic to get off the parking lot to go sit in another parking lot traffic. But that's my vent. So,
bad girl.
But here's the thing. When I get that hustle right, you
won't need to do that.
I won't need to do that. We're gonna total that one.
Yeah. Won't you do it?
Well, that is it for our first episode. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Subscribe, tune in,
like, comment,
all that stuff. Email us too. We're gonna drop our email into description and email us if you have topics you want us to talk about. You got some feedback. All of that, we're here for it. All right then.
I'm mad.
Bye.
She mad.
She's still mad, yo. Welcome.
Hi. Welcome to Wine and Words. I am Shari.
And I'm DNC.
And we are here to discuss...
We are here to discuss different topics. So...
Start over.
No, we're not starting over. This is part of the outtakes. Okay? So,
welcome.
Back again. Here we go.
Okay.